Now, the late Dr. Michael Mosley was widely recognised as a pioneer in weight loss, particularly for his work on intermittent fasting and the 5-2 diet.
Well, now his son, Jack, who's also a doctor, is continuing his legacy with a brand new book, Food Noise, and Jack is joining us now to tell us more about it. Jack, lovely to see you this morning. Thank you for coming in.
Great to see you guys too. Thank you for having me.
Food noise, as a phrase, is something I wasn't aware of, and still we started working on the show and talking to people, like our guests a little bit later on, who have experienced taking some of the skinny jabs. And I had no idea that there was this constant gnawing in their brains, constantly talking about, oh, you need to go and eat, you need to go and eat. It's a very timely book, this, I think.
I definitely think so. Just to explain a little bit about what food noise is. So, food noise is your cravings, it's your internal food monologue. It's that distracting voice that tells you to grab that chocolate bar from the petrol station, you know, grab that extra slice of cake, grab that packet of crisps when you come back from a really stressful day at work. And these, I think most people, they have good intentions to make healthy lifestyle choices, but that is often derailed by these distracting thoughts. So one of the things about these weight loss drugs and why this term has been brought to such prominence is the fact that they are so effective at quietening your food noise, at silencing it for some people. So I like to think of these weight loss jabs as they're like a pair of noise-cancelling headphones. So you put them on, you go about your day, you're less distracted by those thoughts of, you know, eating chocolate, and you can, people end up losing weight with them. One of the issues is eventually you probably will have to take them off, and those that food noise rushes back with a vengeance.
So it's navigating for that moment, isn't it? It's sort of what can you do to negate the changes? We'll come on to that in a little bit. It's you know, your dad was so passionate about helping people with healthy lifestyle, weight loss, understanding the world of gaining weight, losing weight.
Exactly.
And of course, he was robbed from us and you as a family so dramatically. I wonder how you're all coping with him not sort of being there.
I mean, I think it's been a really tough time for the whole family. I think one thing, and we were just blown away by the outpouring of grief from so many people, so many millions of people around the world, and I think it just showed how much an impact he had on all these people, whether it was inspiring them to make healthy lifestyle choices or helping them reverse their diabetes or lose weight, or even just one thing. So just one small habit that people could take away and implement in their life. And I want to say thank you for all the incredible messages, letters and calls that we've had. I think in a way, you know, it has brought us closer together as a family. So I think that's one positive to take away from it. But he was an incredible man. Yeah. An incredible dad.
I'm sure. One of the things that you talk about in the book as well is also a healthy lifestyle and making those changes. So the weight loss jab is good as a catalyst to, as you say, to put those headphones on. Yeah. But it's about making the right food choices as well. Your mum wrote some of the recipes. All the recipes in the back, didn't she? She wrote all the recipes in the back of the book.
She did, yes, with an excellent nutritionist as well. But yeah, you're completely right. So I think with these medications, so it's so important to have the right nutritional and lifestyle strategies to go alongside it. So, and I'll just kind of talk about 4 reasons why that could be. So firstly, I think unless you do change your diet, you may not lose as much weight as you see in the studies, where they did have a nutritionist to help them and they were encouraged to exercise. I think secondly, one of my concerns is malnutrition. So we're overfed, but we're undernourished. So you may, if you have quite a poor quality diet, you may be lacking the really important nutrients. In fact, we saw recently, quite shockingly, Robbie Williams came out and said he was taking the medications. He developed scurvy, which was a disease of 17th century pirates and sailors. So this is a very extreme example. I'm not saying everyone's going to get scurvy.
That's a lack of fruit and vitamins and vegetables, wasn't it, for the sailors?
Yes, exactly. So with scurvy, that's specifically vitamin C.
Vitamin C, right.
But there's all sorts of other important nutrients. And thirdly, I think protecting your muscles, so important. We know that in the studies, 25 to 40% of the body weight you lost was lean body mass. And a main component of that is muscle. So it's so important, muscle, for living a long life and living a kind of healthy life and reducing frailty in the later years. And I think finally, and I kind of touched on this earlier, is when you do come off them, people put on 2/3 of the weight they lost.
Oh, right.
Because a lot of people aren't changing their lifestyle, and these are fantastic drugs, but they need to be used in the right way, I think, with the right nutritional strategies.
And it's a little bit of a Wild West out there as well, you said, just with regards to their weight loss jab and getting hold of them.
Without a doubt. And I think that is part of where a lot of these problems do originate, really, because until recently, you know, there was no initial consultation, there's no follow-up. I think as well, unfortunately, there's a lot of, you know, regulated online pharmacies, but there's a lot of sharks and people, you know,
taking
trying to make
advantage of that,
not selling the correct product. So you need to be really careful with that too. But I think as well, I think a lot of these, you know, a lot of people see this as a kind of magic bullet, but these are really powerful drugs, and we need to approach them carefully.
Jack, thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah,
Thank you very much. Dr. Jack's new book, Food Noise, is out now. Thank you very much. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.